Hi, welcome back. We're doing some more Dominaria Standard, best of one. This deck is a Sacrifice Tribal, based off of one of my favorite cards in the new set, Lagomos, Hand of Hatred. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with Trample and Haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step, and you can tap and search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if 5 or more creatures died this turn. Typically not going to be using his second ability. It's his first ability that creates a 2/1 trampling token that we sacrifice every turn that we're liking. So we've got a full playset of conscripts. He can just come back whenever something dies, which is going to be every turn, hopefully. Dockside Chef. He can sacrifice the creature tokens before they leave the battlefield. Eaten Alive, a great removal spell, 1 mana, getting to exile those tokens. Evolved Sleeper is also from the new set. He's just a good card that eventually we'll get to draw some cards. Rotten Reunion is another card that makes stuff that you sacrifice. The main thing is there's a lot of graveyard decks, so this is kind of going against that. Infernal Grasp, Sheoldred is really tough to beat, so it's good to have something that you can at instant speed just get rid of it. Jadar is from older sets. Beginning your end step, if you control no creatures with Decayed, you get to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. It is similar to Lagomos, but the creatures don't have haste. Tainted Adversary, when he comes into play, you can pay 3 mana any amount of times, and whenever you do that, you put that many counters on him, and then make twice that many black zombie tokens with Decayed. Voldaren Bloodcaster, whenever she or another token you control dies, or non-token creature you control dies, you create a blood token. So it's just a good way. A lot of things are going to be dying to just be able to move through your deck. And if there's 5 or more, then it gets to flip over and start making some 2/2 black bat dudes with flying and haste. Body Dropper is a card that works really well in this deck, hopefully growing very large with all the creatures that you're sacrificing. And then you can give him Menace, sacrificing another creature. Weatherlight Completed. I'm just doing a one of. I feel like having more than that is just too much. But as long as it has 4 or more Phyresis counters on it, it gets to be a creature. But that's not the important thing with this. It's whenever a creature you control dies. It doesn't have to be a non-token. It can be a token. You get to put a counter on it. Then if it has 7 or more, you draw a card. If it doesn't, you get to scry. So the scry is the main thing with this. All the creatures that are going to be dying, you get to be scrying. Meathook Massacre. I think I might put in a second one over one of these other cards, actually. Just because all the things that are going to be dying, it's going to be pinging your opponent every turn. So we'll figure out a card to cut and put in there. Probably actually one of the Rotted Reunions, and throw an extra Meathook Massacre in there. Mask of Gristlebrand. This is my little spicy little touch. Equipped creature has flying and lifelink. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you may pay X life where X is its power. If you do, draw X cards. So it costs equip 3, but it's going to just sit on the battlefield, and if you get into a little stalemate, it's nice to be able to put it on your elemental tokens that are going to be sacrificed anyway. They get in there, gain 2 life, gain however much life, and then you get to pay that life and draw 2 cards. So we'll see how that works. Obnixilis, Casualty. He gets to sacrifice the tokens, get to make copies of himself. And then Sheoldred is the top end, and I mean Sheoldred's been amazing in this standard format. So just a nice card, and it also works really well with the Mask of Gristlebrand drawing cards, and the Dockside Chef drawing cards, and possibly the Weatherlight drawing some cards, and I guess the blood tokens as well. And then it stops the opponent from doing any of their drawing shenanigans. Then we're playing the full playset of Haunted Ridge, and then just 2 Sulphurous Springs, because that's what I've got. Let's get into some games. Alright, we are doing some red-black sacrifice in Standard. This hand looks pretty keepable. We'll have Jadar on turn 2, and we've got a sacrifice outlet, drawing some cards, and hopefully we'll draw into some red mana. Going against Fabio Serboni on white. So let's just throw the Dockside Chef out there right away. Red, white. Okay, burn spells incoming. Or maybe it's a artifact deck. Red, white, samurai artifacts. Rakish Revelers. Interesting. Okay. So let's just get Jadar out there right away. We've got a second one as a backup. And let's get in there. Alright, so a citizen deck? Interesting. I haven't seen anybody play any of these cards. I've thought about playing them. It fixes your mana. Alright, there's the lightning strike. Luckily we've got another guy. So I think we'll just get in there and then play another Jadar. I'd rather do that, and we'll keep the Meat Hook Massacre for whenever they get a bunch of creatures. And yeah. So get in there with both. There is an argument that we could have sacrificed that to draw a card, but the fact that we have another Jadar and we can get that going, he's got the target on his back instead of the Dockside Chef. Alright, so we're going to go full control mode, and then we'll get in there with everything. Our opponent is also hurting on mana. Okay, it automatically did it, so that's a bummer. I thought I put full control on, so we'll have to stop after combat in our next... Because there is a window of opportunity that you are able to get and sacrifice the token. So, full control, all attack. Okay, there we go. And just didn't leave the control on, which was kind of a pain in the butt. Okay. There we go. So yeah, they were really hurt on mana. I feel like they're probably going to lose this before they can do anything. Because we've got 4, 5, 6, and they're at 7. So we can Meat Hook Massacre, and that will be the game. So let's just play that. Play Meat Hook Massacre on 0. Confirm. Now when it dies, it will finish them off. And there's Xaxes. Sweet. On to the next one. Hello. Here we have an alright hand. We need some red mana again. Got Dockside Chef to start off, Rotten Reunion, and we can throw down a Meat Hook Massacre if we want. I think it's keepable. Worst comes to worst, we can just sacrifice. Perfect. That is a very nice draw. Dockside Chef. But yeah, black-red sacrifice in standard. Play our swamp. Play out our Jadar. No attacks. Get our token, and we'll see what happens. There's a good chance that, yep, Jadar goes down. A smelter. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So what I'm going to do is make stops everywhere in here. Try just swing in. And then we're going to sacrifice. Okay. It makes you jump through a lot of hoops to try to make that work out. Okay. Next, end of combat. Alright. We'll play our land, and then we'll end the turn. This is a good matchup for our Meat Hook Massacre. And then we'll be able to play Rotted Reunion. Alright, this is a... It's also some kind of sacrificey red deck. Red-black deck. Going more artifact themed than anything else. Part of me thinks that I should trade here, but I am going to wipe the board, so I feel like I want to soak up as much damage as possible. I mean, there's a chance that I'm not going to be able to do that. So, pass to blockers. I'll block the most damage I can, hoping to draw a land. And I'm gonna Rotten Reunion now. Try to get some damage in. Okay, we don't draw the land. So we're gonna play our own Cult Conscript post-combat. And one land will be able to get us back into the game. It is a bummer that we do not have that land. And then, even if it's not a red land, we should be good. Okay, he might trade in his Reinforced Ronin for a 3-1. Okay, could have got one more power. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going down to 1, it looks like. That is rough. Alright. I want to save the Rotten Reunion for their Cult Conscript. Actually, no. We want to gain more life. We might not even attack with it. We just draw a land. Okay, we don't draw the land. And I think that's game. Yep. Alright. That was a quick one. Alright. I don't think I can keep this hand. It's got my guys, but it's got a lot of land. And if they remove just one of them and I don't draw red, then it's not a good look. Doing red-black sacrifice tribal. This hand is much nicer, less sacrifice in it, but it is keepable. And I believe we will put back one of the lands and call it good. So yeah, let's just play a swamp. Going against Despersado. Alright, perfect. I think we'll go with the Voldaran Bloodcaster first. Actually, you know what? The jig is up. We'll just ping ourselves, throw them out there. If we draw a land, we can play either of these guys, and then if we need to eat an alive, we can eat an alive. And get that extra counter on Body Dropper. Spirited Companion. Okay, green-white enchantments. Okay, so we got the land. Let's throw out our Voldaran Bloodcaster. And I'm just going to get in there. You want to block? You want to block. Okay, end turn. So, gonna save the Eaten Alive for likely the recursive 3-drop. Okay, Jugan. Defend the temple. Creating a monk, eh? Alright. Let's play land. Play Body Dropper and get in there for 2. And if they block, then I can just sacrifice the other Body Dropper. And yeah, there we go. Don't think we play Meat Hook until we actually can activate it. Sure, those are going to grow, but our guys will grow a little bit faster. And whatever they ramp into is the thing that we are going to... Oh my goodness, Hallowed Hunting. Alright. That is not what you want to see. Alright, my turn. Alright, Mask of Gristlebrand. Okay, so I think that I'm going to sacrifice the Bloodcaster because it's going to die to the Meat Hook Massacre. And then I can Mask of Gristlebrand. They're going to flip this, and it'll be a 2/2. These aren't growing, and no, I should probably save. So let's Eaten Alive. Sacrifice. No. Let's swing out first. If they want to block, they can block. Alright, they go to 6. Alright, so yeah, well, Eaten Alive. We're going to sacrifice a creature. We're going to get rid of your monk. We're going to sacrifice our Voldaren Bloodcaster. That gives us a blood token, and then we'll play Massive Gristlebrand. Gives us some evasion on our next attack, and then we can Meat Hook Massacre for 2, and our body dropplers will live. Yeah, Kami of Transience. That's the one that I wanted to save Eaten Alive for. I thought it was a 3-drop for some reason. Because he grows out of hand very quickly. Touch the Spirit Realm. Alright, they're going to get rid of one of them. The good thing is they don't have flying. So, if we... Okay, Cauldron completed. They're going to get out of hand fairly quickly. So here's what we'll do is we will sacrifice this, discard, see what we draw. Draw a land. I like that. We're going to take a lot on the crackback. 3, 6... But we should be able to wipe the board, except for the Kami of Transience. Okay. Okay. Spirits getting bigger. 4/4. So they're going to have to block with a Remnant. They don't gain any life. We're going to take 11, 12, 13, 11, 17, 20. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that was a close one. That was a close one. Don't think staying back would have really helped us there. All right, playing black-red sacrifice tribal. I'm calling it. This hand is keepable. We got our curve. We've got some Eaten Alives for removal. 2 Jadars. Things are looking splendiferous. Throw out Jadar. I should do this post combat. I'm just used to the red-black one. That he likes it when. You play him pre-combat because he makes a hasty boy. He makes a hasty boy. He makes a hasty boy. He's gonna get you all night long. He's gonna smack your face. He's gonna play Lord Wind Grace. That's a different deck entirely. Are you drawing 2? You're just staying there. Interessante. So I think we just want to get more damage in. So let's just eat it, as Weird Al would say. How come you always such a stubby young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran. We could play Meat Hook here. You know what? Let's do it. Should have played it before I sacrificed the dude. Get one more damage in, but this will ping him if he wipes our board. Ping, 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 ping. And if he plays Zombie Hook Massacre, then it just balances it out. Enrica. I sense a transformation. She is the one called Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. Alright, let's play our Voldarin Bloodcaster. Let us eat. Ka-chomp. And we could have used the Sacrifice the Cult and get a treasure token, but I don't really want to discard my Jadar. What you got? Do you have a board wipe? That would give us many tokens of the blood variety. I'm starting my own blood bank. It's going well. There's plenty of blood. And it's all in my dudes. They're my skeleton. He's got blood. Look at it. It's green. It's green blood. And he's got blood. Well, he's a human. And she's got blood. Will you let us finish you off? Being roped. Vagulus. Vagaulus. Ooh. Oh, exile on a bunch, gaining some life. Alright. Well then. I think I will just attack you. For 8. That was simple. Almost didn't do the math there. I was like, oh no, I'm going to be 1 short and have to figure something out. Alright. Back up to tier 1. Alright, next turn. Alright. Red, black, sacrifice tribal. This hand looks pretty great. A gold hound, eh? Alright, draw a swamp. I like. My sleeper, he's evolved. Chandra's dressed to kill. So fancy.
Don't think a fancy
Ow.
dress means I didn't come here to. Aw,
That's
you're
my
looking a
body.
little singed.
Can't get your body out of my mind. Can't get your body. Let's not attack, and then let's play a Jadar and end turn. Yay! Alright, Weatherlight Completed is going to be really nice. I'm going to play Body Dropper first.
Let's bring things up.
Try to get some
a simmer.
counters. Maybe I do play another Jadar. I think I'm just going to trade with the Pit Fighter. The name of the game in this one is going to be trying to mitigate as much damage as possible. They are fast. So in that vein, it would be nice to, let's throw out another Jadar and swing at Chandra.
You're just
And the
never
next turn
gonna
we'll be able to
learn, are
play 2 things. And if they get rid of Jadar, then we'll have another Jadar. Ow. That hurt.
you? Give a toast.
She is giving them a little bit of mana.
I'd love to.
I know when they run out of cards, though, they will be doing some more stuff. So let's play Haunted Ridge. Let's play the Weatherlight and the Body Dropper. And I want to get rid of the Chandra because of the card advantage. It's going to eventually
Better not ruin
show
my
up
rest, buddy.
when they start exiling the top of their library. And then we can get any land out of the way. Eaten Alive is nice. We can actually get rid of their little flyer for good. So let's keep that on top. Really want to just make sure we're not getting lands. There's a good chance they're going to get rid of Body Dropper.
Let's bring things up
Would
to a
prefer
simmer.
that, because then we get to Jadar, would continue to have his things do his things. We could also use this Eaten Alive. I'm going to hold on to the Silver Springs for if we get blood tokens at some point. So let's play Jadar, and then we will end the turn. Get our token. It's a little slower, which means we're probably going to use the Eaten Alive on Chandra, who has been just pinging us constantly.
Give a
This
toast.
is brutal. Thundering Raiju. Okay, that's a better target. No blocks. Go to 5. Play the Body Dropper. Play the Eaten Alive. Sacrificing a creature. Target the Raiju. Sacrifice you. Play Scry into land. Get that out of here. Let's play the land now. And I'm gonna get in at Chandra. Because I kind of have to at this point. We're at essentially
Payback's gonna be spicy.
we're at 2 life. I'm gonna take 3 here. 1 from her. Okay. She's starting to dig instead.
We should all follow
Hit
our hearts.
fighter. Alright. We get to have our weather light though. Okay, they get to dig. Okay, Chandra. We are in a bad spot. Alright, my turn. Alright, Lagomos. Very good draw. Alright, so we get to kill Chandra. Combat. So these two go kill Chandra. I don't want to get hit by a hasty big boy, so we'll keep the Body Dropper back and we'll just send in Jadar, and then post combat we sacrifice our elemental.
Next time, I'll wear more comfortable shoes.
Put you on the bottom. Really want to get some life gain, and so we'll sacrifice the elemental, get Body Dropper out of range, and then also scry a little bit more. You're not what we need. I need life. And then if he had haste. Okay, so they got a Gold Hound and what? Alright. Don't need to play the land yet. I think we hang back with the Body Dropper. We do have to get a little aggressive. That's what we're gonna do. Got our token. As long as we keep 2 things back, we're good. But I want to be able to kill their guy if they can. They're gonna take 2. They're gonna block the trample guy, and this is tough. I can take 1 hit, and we're gonna get 2 looks. So I think this is the proper thing to do. So we're going to go like this. They're gonna block there. We're gonna sacrifice. He's gonna get a little bit bigger. We're gonna get to scry. Sheoldred. Okay, there we go. That is some card draw. Or not some card draw. That's some life gain. So boom, only 2 things died. And we get to draw the card this time. So we'll play the land, and then we're gonna end the turn. And next turn we'll be able to just get in there and hopefully win the game. All right, there you go. So yeah, that was sweet. I thought we were gonna die so many times there. Nice. All right, so what did we learn? What do we see in the deck? Very solid. I loved Body Dropper. I was kind of worried that he wasn't going to be able to, you know, hang with the big boys, but you know, he did his thing. Actually, a lot of times we didn't even get red in our games, but Dockside Chef being able to draw some cards, Eaten Alive really did its thing, and Jadar and Lagomos just constantly making a dude. Very, very good. In that last game, we got to see the power of Weatherlight Completed with just being able to scry through the deck, and eventually you're going to be able to start drawing, and that was going to help us dig ourselves out of the hole with Sheoldred. Mask of Gristlebrand could probably be another Weatherlight Completed, just to make sure that we're drawing that a little more, and then we get to toss it aside with Voldarian Bloodcaster's blood tokens if we end up with too many of them. All in all, very fun deck, and not much I would change. I mean, there's some sideboard options that I had thought about, different things to maybe put in there. Graph Reaver, Sacrifice, and Destroy Planeswalkers. If those make a big standout in Standard. Whenever a creature dies, you get to scry, but that's already the Weatherlight Completed, and Weatherlight dodges removal. Being able to draw cards, Stronghold Arena, that's probably not the best. Tribute to Hirobi, whenever it attacks, you get to sacrifice something. There's Forge Boss. Whenever you sacrifice one or more creatures, it deals 2 damage to the opponent. It only triggers once a turn. It's a 4-drop, so that's probably too high on the curve. Same with Garna, Blood Fist of Keld. Whenever another creature you control dies, you get to draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, it does 1 damage to each opponent. Probably better than the Forge Boss, just because you get to draw some more stuff. But again, 4 mana, it's too high on the curve. Discard, being able to sacrifice and draw at instant speed is kind of nice. And then Balduin Atrocity is one of the ones that I was really considering, but it's technically a 4-drop, and it's just a one-time sacrifice thing, which would get back, you know, some of our stuff. But yeah, it's a fun deck. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.